Hi y'all, Tracey Trials of Long-Haired Girl here. It has been a long day, but tonight I am making for you, which you will not see till tomorrow. For What's Cooking Wednesday, I am making meat pies. Now this was taken from a recipe that I got from my ex-grandmother-in-law. She had gotten the recipe years ago. I don't remember like where she got it, but I believe it had Cajun seasonings and stuff in it, and I believe she used like sausage or maybe hamburger meat, but I think she typically served hers with jambalaya, if memory serves. Don't hold me on that, don't quote me on that. It's been a couple decades since I have seen her make these. And she has since passed on, God rest her soul. But this was one of Jared's favorites. I modified it to make it more appropriate for him. This was something that we would often have just with, you know, a can of green beans, which was his favorite vegetable at the time. I'm probably going to have mine at lunch with some dill pickle salad because that's what sounds good. But this is super easy. It's not calorie friendly or Weight Watcher friendly. You can make your own dough if you want to. I went with the Grands because that's what I've been doing for years. So it's kind of up to you how you choose to fill them. This doesn't just have to be done as like a cheeseburger type option. You could also do this with pizza ingredients. Like you could put your bell peppers or, you know, whatever you like on your pizza. You could put that in as your filling. I think that would probably be very tasty, and then dip it in some pizza sauce. You could put ham and cheese. You could make this very much like a Hot Pocket. So something like that. So you could do like a Philly cheesesteak or something like that. And I may try to do that soon. But anyway, that's what's coming to you tonight for What's Cooking Wednesday. Okay, y'all. Time to make the meat pies. I am using the Grands Flaky Layers. I use the Grands. Sometimes I use the buttermilk. Sometimes I use the flaky. It just kind of depends on what I grab. So this time we are doing the flaky. I do have my oven preheating to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I have my cooked ground beef, some shredded cheddar cheese. Okay. Now, I will separate out a biscuit. And I have my little handy dandy rolling pin. Now, back in the day, I did this with a glass. But I tried it one time with the glass since my husband and I have been married, and I cracked the glass. So I do it with a little mini rolling pin. Try to get my sides rolled out as best I can. Because however wide, however big I can get it rolled out, is however big my meat pie will be. So I want it to kind of be even. And then I will put a little beef. and a little bit of cheese. And I may have overfilled this a little bit, but we're going to make it work. Now here's what I will say. Sometimes these will pop open in the cooking, so I try to make sure when I close it up that I smush my biscuit together. My ex-grandmother-in-law had a much better way of doing this, but I started, as I said when I was talking about it on Monday's video, hers, I believe, had Cajun seasonings, and my son was not a big fan of the Cajun seasonings. He wasn't a spicy kind of kid, so I modified these so that he would eat them to just meat and cheese. And that's just kind of how I've continued to make them. Now, I used the tines of that fork, made it look more like a hand pie. There's one down, 7 more to go. So I will be back when all of these are finished. Okay, I've done most of them. I'm just going to show you one more so that you know how I have done these. Again, like I said, I just roll these out. Mine are never matching. Some of them are slightly different sizes. Some of them are rolled out a little more than others. It's always been that way. I never can get it perfect. So, don't expect perfection. And then drop a little cheese. Trying to make sure it's closed up good, because I don't want them to open. Of course, if it does, they're still edible. Okay, now I'm going to take all of these 8, and the package directions says 14 to 17 minutes or until golden brown. So I will probably go about 14 minutes because I did biscuits last night for dinner and they wound up being a little more brown than I would like. So I'll be back to show you the finished product. Okay, our timer went off. Our meat pies are done. As you can see, some of them exploded a little bit, but they will still be tasty. So we will put them up, and this will be what we have for lunch for at least a day. So because there's not really enough for us each to have 2 for each day. So we'll eat them until there are no more. So I hope you enjoy this recipe. If you like it, take a moment, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know. I do think that this recipe is pretty versatile, that you could do other things with it. Like I was saying, you could treat it more like a Hot Pocket sort of thing. And basically you would just do the same thing. Roll out your dough, fill it, close it up. Most of these I'm looking at, you really can't even tell that I used the fork to close it up, but it's fine. And then I will see you on Saturday for a Savings Saturday, so we can see how much I have saved this week. Thanks so much for watching, y'all. I hope you enjoy this recipe. Have a great day and be blessed.